Hello, good morning, students. Hello. How are you all? Good morning, happy Teachers Day. Thank you, Nandini, Sanjay, Nashmita, Bibi, all of you. Thank you for this wishes here. I really like all my students who are wishing me from morning lots and lots of messages to me. I am so happy to listen to or receive your messages here. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you. Thanks a lot. And I'll be very happy if you really understand and get success in life. Okay, I wish all of you to have a great success in your future and your studies and your future career. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you, all of you. So let's begin the subject. Okay, right? What is that we did last class is about the flower, na? Flower and the floral diagram. And thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you. I really love you all, because it's nice to get the messages from you and wishings to me, teachers remembering them. It's a great thing for me, right? So you people are really like a wealth for a teacher. Students are the wealth, means you are everything, energy boosters. I already told them. You are like energy boosters. More and more you show interest, teacher will get more and more happy to teach. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Here. You too. Thank a lot, because you are everything to us. Okay. How much more you say that good teachers are required, same way, good students also are required for the teachers. Right? If you are very good, teacher will be very happy. Right? So many students say only why she asks her only, his or him only. No. It's very much required that a teacher should have a good student. Then only her or his teaching will be useful. Right? Whatever I teach, you don't understand, simply you wish me, it's of no use. Okay? So good. Happy Teachers Day. Thank you so much. Okay? Let's continue with this. I gave you yesterday about the floral diagram formula. Listen one more thing, all of you. How many of you are there? Okay, 40 members. Listen one thing. I'll be taking class till Wednesday. Okay? This revision class. Okay? So today and Monday also I'll finish the botany portions, because some lot of things have been happening. Those I will do, and on Tuesday, Wednesday I will do the zoology part, the digestion. Is it fine? Okay, fine. Because botany, the big unit is over. Zoology, just I started just finished the digestion. And from Thursday I may start up total new chapter for all the first year students. Okay? There is nothing which you are lacking. Don't are you? Yeah, one thing I want to ask you: if you have watched my videos, did you feel they are very simple and understanding easily? You tell me, because other students simply they get scared. My God, so many new things have happened. Right? You please write the opinion about. Very don't say yes, madam. How you felt? Because I talked so slowly. Yeah. And also I gave you points to write, time to draw, everything I've done, right? So what do you feel about those videos? Did you feel it's very simple? Because you're coming from the school, high school. So suddenly you should not feel, oh my God, so many things are there. Okay. I made them so simple for you to understand. Each and every child is a student for me. Right? I can't tell, yeah, you are saying notes is very helpful. Very good. You understand very clearly. See, all of other students who have not seen videos, see their comments. Please. All those joined newly, you please go through them. Each unit has been explained briefly and it is understanding. Okay? Those who said they are new now, you please go through their comments, boys and girls, both of you. Because, yes, ma'am, you are understanding. Arya Mazhar is saying they are able to understand. Okay? Simple and easy to understand. I am writing on all the points which you are telling me. Very good. This is what I want. Because I never hurry in subject. If I hurry, then I do 10 chapters also useless. If I'm slow, do one chapter also, it is useful to you. Understood? So therefore, I never hurry in the subject. Slowly I'm just making you understand. You are able to follow. Those who said no, they are new to the class. Just yesterday they joined. Who is that? Yesterday somebody told me just they joined yesterday. Who was that? Is she or he present here? Just one day back they are joined. Okay, Raksha. Did you watch any videos, Raksha? Raksha, did you watch any videos of mine? Sudhansha. You are watching. See, don't panic. A lot of things are there. One video you watch enough. One video per day also is okay. Slowly you can watch it. They are with you only. Yeah? Sudhansh also. Okay. Okay, both of you, Raksha and Sudhansh, should tell me if you have watched anyone. Did you feel it's happy? Are you happy with that? Sudhansh and Raksha. You don't be in hurry. Okay, you are watching. Okay, which one you watched actually? Both of you tell me your subject, which subject you watched in biology. Sudhansh or Sudhansh? I think Sudhansh. I don't understand what's the meaning of Sudhansh. Su is good. I know Dhansh. Okay, anyway. Which unit you watched? Yes. Yeah, Shifa is saying your teaching was very good, ma'am, and explanation is superb. You do not do too much appreciate me. I don't expect that appreciation. I want whether it is you are able to understand. That's all I want, right? Not think that by your appreciation I get like this sounds. No. I want other students to look at your comments and understand that. This is very simple. Okay? They're like A, B, C, D have started. I'm not done. No. Slowly, one by one, I'm doing. Okay? So then tell me which one you watched, and Raksha, you tell me which one you watched. Both of you. I'm asking only those two. Because recently come those who have joined, they may feel, oh my god, so many are there. Don't worry, don't panic. I'm doing all those revisions. Even I told everybody, our teachers also, I will do revisions more. Right? Whenever I get time, any extra time, I will revise it. Okay? And Wednesday I'll be doing revision. Ma'am, bridge course 2 I finished. Okay. Raksha, after that you start a bridge course. Okay, fine. All of you listen. Bridge course, first two of them you just leave also fine, but start with chapter number 1. Angiosperm morphology have started. All of you are telling you. Bridge course, what I wanted to know in bridge course is how much the students have depth. Okay. So now what you do is introduction to bridge course. Okay, listen students and Raksha, both of you. First 2 bridge courses you don't watch in thorough way also, it's okay, no issue. Start with the chapter, lessons I started with the first one, angiosperm morphology. Introduction. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? So today you watch chapter number 1 because then only you will understand how slowly I'm giving points, how slowly we are drawing the diagrams, how much we are into the subject. Okay, both of you, I'm saying leave that 2 units of bridge course. What I want you to watch is from the 3rd unit, that is 3rd video I think, or 4th video I think. Yeah, Varsha. Yes, ma'am, understanding your teaching and the way you explain diagrams. Okay. See, all of you are able to understand what are they saying. The 2 students who have come now. Oh, that means very simple it is, right? Don't be panicking that, oh my God, so many videos are to watch. Don't worry about it. Leave the bridge course. I'll tell you which ones to watch. You start from the day first where I started angiosperm morphology, the unit. Okay. Leave the bridge course. Bridge course sometimes later also you can watch it. Right? Whenever you want some brushing up. Right now, I wanted to watch chapter number 1 where I started with angiosperm morphology, which I'm doing it now. Right? What I'm doing is how is angiosperm plant looking like? How are the roots looking like? How are the root modifications? How is the stem? How is the stem modification? What are the types of leaves? What are the phyllotaxy? Those things I want you to watch. That is into the subject. Okay. So today you make a point that Raksha and Sudhansh, you watch from angiosperm morphology. Okay, done? Morphology of angiosperm start. Done? Okay. So Sudhansh, you were there yesterday in my class or not? You were there in the yesterday's class of mine? Raksha was there, I don't know about Sudhansh. Okay. So if he answers fine, No, ma'am. Okay, so today you are starting. Okay. Okay, listen. We will start off by you have to for this what you have to do is you have to have some basics of floral diagram and formula which I have done last class yesterday. Raksha, did you understand how I drew floral diagram and formula? Floral diagram formula I explained in detail. Huh? Okay, let me see. Let me see. Anything you can directly contact me if at all you don't understand. I'll write my phone number on the board. If you want anything, any quiz, okay. Yesterday, I'll write my number. If you have doubts, just send me the messages. Okay, okay, good one, good. Then I'll send my phone number. You can message me. I don't take the calls. Message me if you have really genuine doubts. Okay, fine. Then I'll show you the number. This is what we did in the last class. No? Yesterday's class I did this. Do you remember this? What I did? So how to represent a flower in a diagrammatic fashion with all the details of the flower is nothing but floral diagram. Okay. What the floral diagram should have? It is a transverse section of the flower in bud condition watching from the top view. Here imagine that the stem. From the stem, this petal, the outer one is calyx, next one is corolla, next is androecium, then is calycium. This is how it is drawn. The petal which is opposite to the stem axis is said to be the posterior petal. The one facing this is called as the anterior petal. Keep this in mind. Okay. Now, this is the Brassica gentiana, what we call it as actually Brassica gentiana and mustard plant. Now, with this background, I'll start off with the taxonomy. Plant taxonomy. See, I am giving already some background about this. So that's only when you watch that, you will be little easy feeling because just yesterday you joined, today you are joining means you may feel, oh my god, so many things are there. Don't worry about it. Slowly you will understand. You have to watch videos which are starting from angiosperm morphology. Are you able to follow both of you? You don't have to watch everything, right? What is very important, I'm giving you. That is from angiosperm morphology, maybe third or fourth video it is. Then onwards you watch. Daily one you watch, enough for me, right? So let's now move on to the taxonomic families. So taxonomy families. Families. See, actually, what are family? And actually, whenever you want to classify the plants, suppose you get one mango plant. You cannot say mango is available, you can eat it very nicely. That is not, it's like a normal person's explanation. So taxonomy is, we will have to classify based on the similar characters. Group of plants have some similar characters, they come under one group. Other ones, maybe they are have, mainly these classification is done based on the floral characters, flower characters. Okay. So I'll be talking about that floral character that forms group of plants that come under one family. Okay, those families I'm giving. Okay, later I'll explain you how this taxonomy came into existence, who are all classifying the plants and all. Right, those classification things you keep it aside. Only I'm talking about the families. Which are the families we are dealing with? Right, family and the group of plants having almost similar characters. In that family, all are similar. Right. For example, so first family I give you, its name is family Fabaceae. Fabaceae is a family in which lot of plants are, all the plants show legume-like fruit. Like legume and the fruits are elongated like this. And seeds are like this on the marginal placentation. We call this all as pulses actually. So this family Fabaceae is called as a pulses family. You know pulses, no? Pulses are those which are rich in proteins. They come under this family. Okay. So coming to the family Fabaceae, what I told is it's also called the pulse family, pulses family. The fruits are elongated like pea plants you have seen, beans you have seen, groundnut you have seen. All of them are pulses only. Okay. So coming to this family, it was early. This was having very specific character. Okay, I'll give you. So if you have seen the plant of pulse, like a groundnut plant, like a beans plant, how are the habit? First, you should talk about how are the habitat. Where do they grow, right? So if you want to say where do they grow, means you can't say they grow anywhere. No, you should say whether they are growing in water, whether they are growing in the dry lands, or they are growing in the normal land with minimum amount of water, right? Those who grow in water are called hydrophytes. Those who grow on the desert condition are called xerophytes. Those grow on the land with minimum water, like what we have now, it is called the mesophyte. So first thing what you have to identify is where do they grow? They grow on the normal land plants. So first character what I give, all these characters I'll call them as vegetative characters. Vegetative refers to non-flowering characters. Okay, they are not a flowering characters, they are the normal characters, vegetative body characters. Okay, so in the vegetative character, what is that first one I told you? First one I told you is a habitat. They are normally called the mesophytes. What are mesophytes? The plants that grow on land with minimum amount of available water. They are called the mesophytes. Next is about their habit. See, every family should write all these. Habit. Habit andre hengirutte plant anta. Whether it is a big tree, is it a herb? Herb andre ಕೆಲವು inches ಬೆಳೀತದೆ. Herb. Okay. Then whether it is a shrub. Shrub andre they are having highly branched stem, right? They grow few feet. They grow few feet height and highly branched stem. That is called as a shrub. Herbs andre ಸಣ್ಣ grass ಇರಬಹುದು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ herbs. So herb idya, shrub idya, tree idya anta first ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ the plant whether it is having the ability to climb, ಅದು ಕೂಡ herb ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, climbing herbs ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು ನಿಮಗೆ herbaceous plants ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವು shrubs ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ತೊಗರಿ ಕಾಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳೀತದಲ್ಲ ಅದು shrubs ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ನಟ್ ಬಂದು herb ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಣ್ಣ ಇರುತ್ತೆ herbs. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವು ಬಂದು ಬಳ್ಳಿಗಳು, ಬೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಳ್ಳಿಗಳು, they are the climbers, right? Most of them are herbs, some are shrubs, some are climbers, and very few are trees also. ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಲವು ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾವುದು ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, so these are the characteristics which is called the habitat and habit. Okay, ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ root system. So idu family Fabaceae annala, idu Dicotyledonous family. So this belong to dicot. So dicots allella yav root system irutte? Taproot, ane? So this also has a taproot system, but one special character is there in them. Root ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ roots ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ they will find a number of nodular structures here. These are called as the root nodules. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ root nodules ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, because they are all pulses, they have those nodules in which atmospheric nitrogen is fixed. ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಂದು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರಿಕ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್, ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಭತ್ತ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಗೋಧಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾರೆ, ಜೋಳ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನೋ ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್. ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಅವನ್ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು ದಿನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ದ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಖಾಲಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ದೆ ಪುಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಪಲ್ಸಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ನಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲ ಬೀನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು, ಪೀಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, those roots are having these root nodules. These fix the atmospheric nitrogen with the help of certain microorganisms. Some bacteria will be there in that. They form nodules, they will be growing in that. ಇದೇನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, it fix the atmospheric nitrogen. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ if you grow these plants, ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಹಾಕುವಾಗ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲಿ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟೇನೆ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕೋ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ರಿಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯನ್ ಅಕೇಶಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ನೀಲಗಿರಿ ತರ. ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಭೂಮಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗ್ರೋ ದೇರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಕೋ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಇವನ್ನ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ? ಲೆಗ್ಯೂಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ, ರೈಟ್? ಹೀಗೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೂಟ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರೂಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಹರ್ಬೇಷಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟ್ರೈಪಿನ್ನೇಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಲೀಫ್ ಅಂತ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಟಿಪಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಟಲೇರಿಯಾ ಜೆನ್ಸಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಪ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಹೆಂಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿ ಒಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಬಯಾಲಜಿನಲ್ಲಿ. Whenever you write a botanical name, it should have a genus and a species name. Genus will start with a capital letter, species with a small letter. This rules idu biological nomenclature ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, right? So these are in Latin or Greek. They are not English names. Biology ನಲ್ಲಿ maximum things written are in Greek and Latin, just because it is complete. Now it is not at all changing. The language is fixed. So Latin and Greek is considered to be the complete. The languages which have been fixed, they will not change. Therefore, normally most of the botany is written in Greek and Latin. Okay, Crotalaria gentiana anta andre idu genus idu matte idu species. And rules is this should be in capital starting. This should be starting with a small letter, and they must be underlined separately. This is the rules given by ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೊಟಾನಿಕಲ್ ನೊಮೆನ್ಕ್ಲೇಚರ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಏನ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್? ಸಿಕ್ಕಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಂಗಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅವರೇಕಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅವರೇಕಾಯಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸೇ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಬಟಾಣಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಯು ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ದಟ್ ಸರ್ ಗಿವ್ ಮಿ ಸಮ್ ಬಟಾಣಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್. ಯಾಕೆ? ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಬೊಟಾನಿಕಲ್ ನೊಮೆನ್ಕ್ಲೇಚರ್. We call it the binomial nomenclature. Bi andre ಎರಡು. Every organism should have two names, one genus and one species. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ botanical names are universal throughout the world. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಮನ್ ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದರ ಹೆಸರು binomial nomenclature. ಆ binomial nomenclature ಇದು, ರೈಟ್? ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೋಮೋ ಸಪಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಪ್ಯಾಂಥೆರಾ ಟೈಗ್ರಿನಾ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Then that is tiger, right? Panthera leo ಅಂದ್ರೆ lion. ಹಾಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಜೀನಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Therefore we have the genus and the species name, right? See, listen all of you. I am observing students will be comparing what I am talking now with the videos. Don't compare them. And every time ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಹೊಸ ಹೊಸದ್ ಬಂದು ನೆನಪಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ may keep giving you. Okay, therefore don't worry that word to word same ಇರಬೇಕಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, don't do that. Okay, this about the plant Crotalaria gentiana. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು herbs roots ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. How is the plant ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಬರೀತೀನಿ, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. How the plant looks like ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. Okay, ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್, ಎಪಿಕಲ್ ಬಡ್ ಇದೆ. Root system is taproot system having root nodules, nodes and internodes. Leaves are here. Leaves normally will have slightly swollen base and they'll be like this. This is called the trifoliate leaf. Leaves. Okay. Then flowers bandu inflorescence, bunch of flowers in there. The lower ones are the fruits, upper ones are the flowers. Flowers are like this. This is the inflorescence. These are the buds. Okay. One day on the flower na nilbarithindi. Flower how it looks like. Flower looks zygomorphic. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ರೆಸೆಪ್ಟಕಲ್ ಇದೆ. Okay, this is the receptacle. This is calyx. Here you have a bract. Then you will have the petals. ಹಿಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Then inside this the gynoecium and androecium will be there. This is the gynoecium I'm drawing, tip of the stem, and androecium will be having the monoadelphous condition. In the monoadelphy, sometimes one separate diadelphy. ಹೀಗೆ patterns ಇರುತ್ತೆ. I'll tell you all this. This is gynoecium. This is androecium. This is the calyx. This is corolla. Okay. This is the bracts. This flower petals are special, and you can make out here. So this petal speciality is different from others. We call this as papilionaceous corolla. ಏನೈತೆ papilionaceous corolla ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ನೋಡಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪೆಟಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪೆಟಲ್ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ಕಿಂತ. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಪೆಟಲ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಎರಡು ಸೈಡ್ ಪೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ವಿಂಗ್ ಪೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ವಿಂಗ್ ತರ ಅಂತಲ್ವ, ವಿಂಗ್ ಪೆಟಲ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಎರಡು ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಪೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ, ಬೋಟ್ ಲೈಕ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಕೀಲ್ ಪೆಟಲ್. There are three types of petals in this: standard petal, wing petal, and keel petal. Standard petal ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು vexillum ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಲ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ವರ್ಡ್, vexillum. Wing petal ಹೆಸರು hale. Keel petal ಇದರ ಹೆಸರು carina petal. Nice name na, carina petal ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ the keel petal. ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಇದರ ಹೆಸರು papilionaceous corolla. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇದು zygomatic petals ಅಂತ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? Are you able to follow this? What you have to write is the point, the plant body, the flower, and papilionaceous corolla. Drawing ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, then we will continue. ಬೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪೀ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. Sorry. I'm sorry. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಟ್ವಿಗ್, ಅದು ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೂಟ್ ನಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಅಲ್ಲೇನೆ ಲೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ. ರೂಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ವಿತ್ ರೂಟ್ ನಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇನೆ. ಡಾಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ನಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಲೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ, ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಟಾಪ್ ರೂಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ರೂಟ್ ನಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ. Completed. Write the points what I told you. Finish drawing now, right? What I told you about this. First habitat habitat plants are mesophytes. Mesophytes. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೀರಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. Yes, plants are habit. Next is habit. Habitat mesophytes. ಅದನ್ನ ಬರೀರಿ, ವರ್ಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Habitat ಅದು habit ಏನು? Plants are mesophytes. The root is taproot with the root nodules. Add it. Root nodules ಮತ್ತೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ root nodules ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ. Root nodules help in fixation of nitrogen fixation. They help in nitrogen fixation. That is, they fix the atmospheric nitrogen. With the help of bacteria. They help to fix the atmospheric nitrogen with the help of bacteria in the root nodules. In the root nodules. They are eco-friendly plants. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ they are used for crop rotation. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ because they help in crop rotation. ಅಂದ್ರೆ good Sanjay, Bhavana, right. Okay, then in this what I gave you, the flower is zygomorphic, I showed you, and with this character, special petals. What is the special petal? It is called papilionaceous corolla, having a large standard petal called vexillum, two wing petals called ali. How to make notes I am showing you. Good, good dear. Good Shifa, you are right. Okay, done. Petal, this is asked for 2 marks. Write a note on Papilionaceous corolla ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? Papilionaceous corolla ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? Yes, Papilionaceous corolla ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೆಯೋದು? It's a special corolla found in family members of family Fabaceae. This shows the presence of a large standard petal, two wing petals, and two keel petals that are fused. Two keel petals that are fused. Bardra, vexillum, two wing petals called ali, and two keel petals called carina. Carina ಅಂತಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹೆಸರಿದೆ carina ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನೀವು. Okay, now I'll give you the next part. So if you study its androecium, petals ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, okay, stamens ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, androecium. See, like this you have to study the complete plant. Androecium ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ you will get one small bunch of this anthers with 9 anthers here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 plus one anther is separated like this. This we call it as diadalphy. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು diadalphy ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Diadalphy ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಬಂಚಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ anthers ಅಲ್ವಾ. So it is called as the diadalphous androecium. Diadalphy or diadalphous condition forming two bundles. It is speciality. Okay, ಈಗ ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಗೈನೇಶಿಯಂ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಗೈನೇಶಿಯಂ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲು, ಇದು ಓವರಿ, ಇದು ಓವರಿ ಉದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಣ್ಣ ಸ್ಟೈಲು ಹಿಂಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಟಿಪ್ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಹಿಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Inside this you get number of ovules on the marginal placentation. This is called the monocarpellary ovary. Ovary ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅವತ್ತು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಬರೆಸಿದ್ದಲ್ವಾ ನಿನ್ನೆ 5 ಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೆಂಟಾಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಮೊನೋಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ ಒಂದೇ ಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ ಇದೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. These are all ovules. They are arranged on marginal placentation. Yesterday I told you about the ovules. So this is the ovary, this is the style, this is stigma. Okay, now androecium gynoecium ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರದ್ದು ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ನಾನು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಕೇಲಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕರೋಲಾ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ರೈಟ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಚ್ ಹೌ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್. ಫ್ಲವರ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೇನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್, ಇದು ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, and I told you it's a bracteate flower, it has a bract. Okay, first ಬಂದು calyx ಬರೀತೀನಿ. Calyx sepals are 5, 1 2 3 4 5 sepals are 5. ಆಮೇಲೆ sepals whenever you are writing you should show them at the end like flower bracket ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Sepals are 5 and actually they are fused. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು. The 5 sepals, they are fused in there. Fusion of sepals again. What do you call fused sepals? Okay, good. Shifa is right. What is the fusion of sepals called? Let me know. Then corolla bardre, petal, one of them is very big, which is posterior one. Standard petal. And two of them are side petals, which are very small petals. They are medium petals. They are in and out condition. This is outermost and it is biggest. Then two keel petals are fused like this, and they form the boat-like structure here. Boat-like structure. This is petal arrangement. E estimation is called as imbricate. Imbricate estimation. Petal which is called vexillum. Therefore, it is a type of descending imbricate estimation. Imbricate, variety imbricate estimation, and this is also called the vexillary estimation. Yeah, vexillum is outside, it's called the vexillary estimation. Very important. Papilionaceous corolla with the descending imbricate or vexillary estimation is asked for 1 or 2 mark or in the NEET exam mainly. NEET annodre bere enu alla idralli helta irtare NEET helbiಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ NEET will not be like big head thing in the heavy thing on your head. No. NEET idralle ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Okay? ಇದು vexillum ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನ vexillary estimation ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. It's a type of descendingly imbricate estimation. Sarina? The descendingly imbricate estimation. Then now stamens stamens are 9 plus 1 anta. So all 9 are forming one bundle. So I will draw in one bundle. All 9. One bundle alli irodakke ottige ಬರೀತೇನೆ. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 9 forming one bundle, they are facing inside. One of them is free. Very important is this one is free. This is free stamen. Okay. Then gynoecium has a monocarpellary ovary arranged on the marginal placentation. This is the ovary. This is ovary. Okay. And it has a bract. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು bract ಬರಬೇಕು ಹಿಂಗೆ. Okay. This is the floral diagram. Floral diagram of Cass diagram of Fritillaria jensei. The floral formula ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು? Simple. ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ floral formula ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು. First, is it actinomorphic or zygomorphic flower? ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. You cannot cut it equal as because one is pretty big, one small, two are very small. Therefore, it is a first thing is it's a bracteate flower. BR1. Bracteate flower. BR is 1. Okay. Then zygomorphic sign in ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ಏನಿದು percentage mark. Then flower is bisexual. This is a female, this is male sign. Bisexual flower. ಆಮೇಲೆ calyx ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? sepals 1 2 3 4 5 5. They are fused. Okay. Corolla petals ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ? ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ petal, ಎರಡು free, 2 fused petals. Okay, I'm just separating. Okay, I will erase the upper one because you have written already these things. I don't want to mix the things all together. This ಬರ್ದಿರಲ್ವಾ already ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಅಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Okay, corolla 1 plus 2 plus 2 fused. You fused ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. Androecium ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ? 9 in one bundle put in bracket plus 1 which is free. Okay, gynoecium ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಇದು gynoecium. Okay. Then gynoecium ಹೇಗಿದೆ? monocarpellary ovary fused and it is superior ovary. ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು superior. ಈ whole thing ಏನ floral formula ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Floral formula. Okay, of family Fabaceae. ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, did you understand? Zygomorphic Gamosepalus, very good. All of you are writing Nishmita. See, so intelligent you people are getting it so fast. Very intelligent. Varshita has told, Yashashvi has told, Nishmita has told, Anushvi, all of you are very intelligent. You know the subject so well. Shifa also has explained so well. Rokia has also explained why anther is separate. There is nothing called why in biology. Why you have one nose, two eyes, you cannot answer that way. It is what we are studying. Okay, if I say I'm using mobile, you can say, ask me why I'm using mobile. Because it is a gadget. Plants are like that, you have to watch it, that's all. They are like this in the notification. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೈ ಅಂತ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಹೌ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ನೇ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವೈ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ವೈ 5 fingers ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ Ma'am, I'm using one book only to note down what are you teaching now in the recorded videos. Is it okay, ma'am? Okay, Ira Mazhar. Okay, botany you write it in one. Now when I start with zoology, you make one more zoology thing. Right now what I am giving you, this is just to practice for you. It's like a revision. Okay. If you have one practice book or classwork book like this will be helping you. This is for you to practice. Anyway, you are writing there. But I want you to write now also, because if at all you sit like listening to Ramayana, you will forget what I am saying. So maintain one like any old diary and all for your practicing session. Class it is more useful to you. Okay, done. Floral diagram formula barada. So if you understood this better, now next class, next one I will give another family characters and then I will make you write the floral diagram. See how I am drawing. Done? Okay. After writing the floral diagram and formula, one important thing you have to write, that is about the plants from this family that are economically important. Andre ಯಾವ plant ಈ family ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ that are useful to us. That's called economically important plant, right? We are going to study the plants of economic importance from this family. Why plants alla? What are economically important andre ಯಾವುದು ನಮಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾತ್ರ ಓದೋದು. So what I will write heading, plants of economic importance from family Fabaceae. ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಅಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಲ್ಸಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದ ಪಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ತಾನೆ. ಪಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬೊಟಾನಿಕಲ್ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ. ಪೈಸಮ್ ಸಟೈವಮ್ ಬೊಟಾನಿಕಲ್ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಪೈಸಮ್ ಸಟೈವಮ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ಬೀನ್ಸ್ is called as Dolichos lablab. Okay, third one you get it, black gram. Black gram ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉದ್ದಿನ ಬೇಳೆ, black gram, urad dal. It's called Phaseolus mungo. Mung dal anta ನಾವು ಓದಿದ್ವಿ. Botanical names are important for your examination. Okay, horse gram. It's called Phaseolus biflorus. Botanical names ne ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, then fifth one, tur dal. It's called Cajanus cajan. Okay, tur dal is Cajanus cajan. The horse gram is Dolichos biflorus. I'm sorry, Dolichos biflorus. Okay, sixth one, green gram. Green gram it's better. It's called Phaseolus radiculata. Okay, some of the plants I gave you. Now I'll give you some of the oil yielding plants. In this family, ಎಲ್ಲ oil yielding plants ಬರೆಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು oil yielding plants ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೆಯೋದು. So in this seventh plant I am giving you groundnut. Groundnut from this family is biologically called Arachis hypogea. This you can remember easily. Hypo is below, Gea is ground. The one grows below the ground is Arachis hypogea. Okay. Eighth one is called soybean. Soybean is called Glycine max. This is soybean, right? These are about the oil yielding plants. Next is some of the timber plants. This is pulses. Pulses. This is oil yielding plants. First one pulses. Second one. Third one I am giving you timber yielding plants. Timber andre kattige plants that produce the timbers used for building purpose and all of that. Okay. What are those plants? First one is, we call it the rosewood and sisam wood and all, right? So what is that called? One is called Pterocarpus marsupium. It is called as rosewood. Okay. Then ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೀಸಮ್ ವುಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Dalbergia latifolia. Is a black colored wood. ಮೂರನೇದು Dalbergia Sisu is called sisam wood. Sisam wood andre wood alli variety adu sisam wood. All these plants you have to by heart their names, botanical names. Are you getting it? From this family only. Actually, another name is there for the horse gram. I'll give you that. Another name is given here. Macrotyloma unicardium, right? Uniflorum. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ಬೇಡ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಡಾಲಿಕಾಸ್ ಬೈಫ್ಲೋರಸ್ ಬೇಡ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ರೋಟಿಲೋಮಾ ಯೂನಿಫ್ಲೋರಮ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವು ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. What is leguminosae? I told at the beginning. What did I tell you? Beginning I told that those who are having fruits called legumes belong to leguminosae. ಏನ್ ಲೆಗ್ಯೂಮಿನೋಸೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಉದ್ದುದ್ದ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. Then okay, ಈಗ ರೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ ಬೊಟಾನಿಕಲ್ ನೇಮ್ಸ್? Then my biological name of rosewood and blackwood are integrated, interchanged. ಹೌದಾ? I'll just check. Okay, then you will change it. Rosewood ಇದು correct. ಇದು rosewood, ಇದು blackwood. ಇದು rosewood. Okay, good, thank you. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು 50-60 ಇದಾವೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Then written, you will by heart. Harish cordial now, you know. Rokia is from Carmel. Okay, done. Okay, fine. Let's now move on to next family. Okay. Is that Fabaceae full gotaita? We'll now move on to next family. When I give the characters of all the flower characters, you people have to tell me, write the floral diagram and formula on your own. Okay. Not based on the previous knowledge. I'll give floral diagram and formula. You tell me the characters of the flower. Better I do that. Okay. Next family is family Solanaceae. Somebody was asking me what is Leguminosae. Leguminosae. Leguminosae and then it's a big family. Okay, it's a huge family having the fruit called legume. Legume is the fruit. Legume fruit will be like this. Here. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎರಡು ಸೂಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ ಅವತ್ತು ಬೀನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಎರಡು ಸೂಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ and it opens like this with the two sutures and the ovules are arranged on the marginal placenta. ಈ ತರ ಏನೋ fruits ಎಲ್ಲ they belong to family Leguminosae. Okay, but Leguminosae is very big family. They classify this family into three subfamilies. First one is called as the Fabaceae. Second is called as Caesalpinaceae. See the neat part. We this comes under neat. Caesalpinaceae or Caesalpinoideae. And third one is called as Mimosaceae. So it actually family name is Leguminosae. It is subfamily. It is subfamily. It is subfamily of Leguminosae. So write somewhere about the in the neat part. You had asked the question, so I answered. Earlier classes and all I have not answered this. Somebody asked me right now, therefore I am explaining it. Okay. Anushri has messaged me today. Happy good morning and also my wishes for the new year. Not that is a Teacher's Day. Did you understand this? Okay. Now we'll move on to the next thing. That's about family Solanaceae. Did you write them as a neat points? This is a neat point about Leguminosae. So start remembering from now only so that it helps you in future. So coming to the family Solanaceae, it is called as the potato family, potato or brinjal family. All they belong to this family only. Potato, brinjal, tomato, chili, they all belong to this family. Okay. And what is the important characteristic feature? Okay. Observe them habitat. How are they looking like? Habitat, they must be mesophytes, right? Then habit, they are normally small herbs or shrubs, isn't it? Herbs or shrubs. They will not grow bigger than this. There are no trees in this. Okay. And if you observe the plant example, I am giving you your example. We learn it under Solanaceae. Solanum nigrum. This is actually a weed. Nigrum. Okay. This plant grows with the special character. You can see here, normal taproot only, no root nodules. Then the leaves, whenever I am drawing, the leaves are having the unusual margin. Leaves brinjal plant ನೆನೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಮುಳ್ಳುಗಳು ಇರ್ತದೆ. This will have number of prickles and spines on this leaves also. Unequal margin, special character. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ brinjal plant ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, right? The flower inflorescence, what happens is, here you may get one fruit over here, fruit. Next flower will be here. Next flower will be here. This is a bud. It will be like this. It's called as a cymose inflorescence, right? Now, if you observe single flower section, flower how it looks. It has a stalk, right? It has 5 petals, 3, 4, 5, and calyx will be attached to this below. Then when you open it up, cut it and open it, then only you can see other details. You can see the androecium is here, gynoecium slightly above. Very small it is actually. And you get number of anthers attached to the petals. Like this, they are attached to the petals. Okay. Now I give floral diagram. You should tell me based on that characters of each and everything. Okay. I am writing stem axis here. First I am writing calyx. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sepals. This is sepal. These are the sepals. They are fused. This is called gamosepalous. Estivation is valvate estivation, right? That's about the calyx. Then coming to corolla, petals are like this. Petals are these. This is showing in and out condition. This is in and out condition like this. In and out, in and out, in and out. And they are attached. Gamopetalous condition. These are attached to each other. Contacted estivation or twisted estivation. Okay. Then stamens are 5. One first stamen attached to petals. Second one attached to petals. Third one. Fourth one. Fifth one. And the carpels. So this is how it is. Carpels are only 2. Actually, it is a pentamerous flower, na? 5 petals and sepals, but only carpels are 2. But that too, they are located oblique. Axial placentation, right? They are like this. Stem axis like this, it will be like this, oblique. So only for the gynoecium, it looks like a zygomorphic flower. Otherwise, it is actinomorphic flower. Okay. Now, floral formula I'll give you here. Okay, let's write. First one is actinomorphic. Normally actinomorphic, no bract is there. Bisexual is there. Calyx 5 are fused. Corolla 5 are fused. Androecium 5, they are attached to the stamen, the petals. Gynoecium superior ovary, bicarpellary syncarpus. This is the one. First you draw this and tell me the characters of the flower based on the floral diagram and formula. You should tell me. Then only I can understand you have understood the subject. First draw this. Class 9. First you draw them, and based on the floral diagram, you should tell me one by one character. First you write about you tell me about the flower, how it is. Actinomorphic, bisexual, elanum. Pentamerous, actinomorphic, pentasepalous and bisexual flower. What about hypogynous or complete, incomplete? Tanushri has written. Others you write. Actinomorphic, correct. Only I is writing. Bisexual, complete flower. I am asking about the ovary also. Ovary also you should write here. Ovary. How is ovary? Ganesh, is floral formula ovary ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು. Floral formula ovary ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ವಾ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ. Superior ovary. If superior ovary is there, what do we call that flower? Ovary if superior, what do we call the flower? ಅದು ಬರಿಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Hypogynous flower, Bhavana and Madhya is written. Anushri. Hypogynous flower, as Arya, everybody is written. Boys are not seeing writing anything much. Boys also should react, man. Okay, flower characters aita. Enen bardri flowers are. It is pentamerous flower, bisexual flower, complete flower, hypogynous flower. Next write about the calyx. One by one ಹೇಳಿ. Calyx ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? Look at the floral diagram and tell me. Calyx how many? Okay, calyx ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ. Now leave that. How is calyx? How many sepals? So you write sepals 5, gamosepalous, estivation. ಯಾವ estivation? ಯಾವ estivation? Which estivation you are getting? Estivation in calyx is what type? Twisted alla. No, ಇದು twisted ಆಯ್ತು. Calyx is I'm talking. It's not twisted. See it. It's a valvate estivation. That's what I wanted to give. It's like a test for you. It's a valvate estivation. What about corolla? How many petals? 5. Free or fused? Funnel shape. Hale note said for Shifa, old one you don't ask, don't give me. Now what I'm asking you should tell me. Pentamericella. 5 petals and gamopetalous, not sepalous, sepalous or sepals. Petalous are petals. Gamopetalous. What estimation? What is the estimation? Okay. It is twisted estimation. No issues. Twisted estimation. Good. Next, androecium. How many anthers? Anthers are 5. They are attached to the petals. What do we call it? The anthers are attached to the petals. What do we call it? Enough. Writing 5 is enough. These are attached to petals. What do we call it? No. Epipetalous is right. Not exile. It is epipetalous. I told while explaining right now. They are attached to the petals. Therefore, they are called as epipetalous anthers. And how many anther lobes are there? How many anther lobes are there in each anther? And what is that called? What is that called? Dithecus. Very good. Then they are facing the center. What do we call it? Intros. Very nice. Yeah, all of you are so intelligent. Very good students. Yes, they are intros. Then gynoecium. How many carpels in the ovary? How many carpels in the ovary? Carpels. Bicarpellary. They are present in a common ovary wall. Means fused. We call it as a syncarpous condition. So 2 carpels. If the carpels are 2, it is bicarpellary. If there are 3, it is tricarpellary. And if they have a common ovary wall, then we call it as a fused carpels. We call it as a syncarpous condition. If they are free, we call it as apocarpous condition. So we have one syncarpous, one in apocarpus. This is a free apocarpus, fused syncarpus. There is bicarpellary syncarpous ovary. Done? Dicarpels anala. Bicarpellary syncarpous. You should write gynoecium. Many points for you, not for me. You should write there. Gynoecium is with bicarpellary syncarpous superior ovary. How do you say it is superior? What is it showing it is superior here in this diagram? On what basis you are calling it a superior? No, in this diagram, how can you make out it is superior? You are saying meaning. Yes, very good. G with the line below, very good. Bhavana is written. G with one line below, small c, capital C. This indicates it is superior ovary. Understood all of you? Bhavana is good. G with the line below is superior ovary. That's very nice. One more thing I have to add. Ovary is placed oblique to the stem axis. Add that word. Ovary placed oblique to the stem axis. Oblique to the stem axis. Good, good. G you are writing. Write that word, what I am saying. Ovary is placed oblique to the stem axis. Mm. Done. And how are the ovules arranged? What is the placentation? What is the placentation? No, placentation. What are the types of placentations you have learned already? What are the types you have learned already, BB? All of you answer. 5 types of placentations I going to name them. All the 5 you need. Bari exile only barite ellaru. Pre-central exile here right. With example you write. Marginal, correct. Who right? Basal placentation. Innando. Another one. Parental alone. Yeah, parental alone. Varshita, it's not parental. Parietal. Good. It's parietal placentation. Very good. Very good. Very good. So understood this? Arthata? So istella characters baribeku. Whenever you write a family, all these characters you are supposed to. Do you understand this thoroughly? Lam varta itaidu. Listen, one thing I am observing. Oh, video you watch it thoroughly. Correct. She has written. Many people are very intelligent in this group. Monica has written all of them. So this is how we have to revise the subject. Instead of simply listening to like a harikate, you learn, understand, write, answer, then only you will get the subject line. ಅರ್ಥ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅವೇನೋ ಏನೋ ಅಡ್ಡಾಗ ಪಾಠ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತೀನಿ ಮನೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕೂತಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಬೇಡ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಇದ್ದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಕ್ಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ದ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿವೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆಯಾ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಮೀ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಇವತ್ತು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನನಗೆ ಅನುಶ್ರೀ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ಡ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಡೇ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಡೇ ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ ಓಕೆ ಡನ್ now I'll give you plants of economic importance from this family. Economic importance ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಿಂದ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ತಗೊಂತೀವಿ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತೇನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ economically important plant. Okay, plants of economic importance from family Solanaceae. Okay, economic important plants. The first plant is potato. You know it, potato. Botanically, you might remember Solanum tuberosum. SUM. Okay. Second one, it is brinjal. It's called Solanum melongana. Third one, chili. It's called. The pen is not working. So many pens are getting wasted. Name is Capsicum annum. Okay. Fourth one, tomato. Lycopersicon esculentum. So these are some of the plants that are economically important. They are all vegetables. Now I'll give you some of the medicinal plants. Medicinal plants we use first one, Datura. It's called Datura stramonium. It is used as a rat poison. Second one is Atropa belladonna. These are all different plants. ATRO. Atropa belladonna. This will produce something called atropine. This is used as anti-venom and also used in fever treatment. Okay. The third plant I'm giving you here, it's called ashwagandha. Ashwagandha andre Withania somniferum. This is a very important medicinal plant. It is used to improve fertility in humans, fertility in men actually, to improve the sperm number. Sperm count increases. So this is about the medicinal plants. Right then. How fast you complete, ma? I am doubting. Are you writing or simply showing that you are completing Pavana? I don't like that. I want you to write and understand and by heart them. Botanical names and all. So in this, what you have to do is you need to by heart each and everything. Otherwise, it becomes difficult for you at once. All the plants remembering is a big issue later. You can't even remember anything. Okay, whenever I am doing right now, right there only you will have to understand and write them and remember them. Then, so now it's time 58 agide. Innon family, another one is the Liliaceae, you study that. Okay, family Liliaceae is there, you need to study it. And Liliaceae family characters you should remember. And maybe Monday, Tuesday, Monday I will finish this, and Tuesday, Wednesday I will do the digestive system. Okay, see you then. Bye. Bye, all the best. See you then. Bye. Read all, see the videos, they're simple.